On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Georgia's offense takes the field for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active and a weapon.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
Looking to throw on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Odom. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that ball is picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
They'll go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. A first down for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 2nd down coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Valentine. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Gives it to the back on the draw. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Parrish. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. The give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big...
Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. Trying to get to him. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Kirk. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
Dances away from one.
Man, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Mississippi State made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road win. And a victory like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Just ran over it.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Punga. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He'll keep it himself. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. The Longhorns perfectly happy to let him do it himself. Horns fans have seen this before. Vince Young with over 1,000 yards rushing in 2 of his 3 seasons.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Just an unbelievable physical specimen. And I think Texas fans are always looking for that next guy. Who can be the guy that can replace the Vince Young? Give me some memories like Vince Young. It's been a desert at quarterback for them for a long time. Can this be the guy with the wheels to bring Texas back?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Off the play fake on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Got his man quickly. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And it's picked off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Punga. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Petty. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the big fella. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man down the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. It's good. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Going to the running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. Some games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle, maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
Right back to the well. Powers through the defender.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
He's got him, and they convert. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease. It's Parrish. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
From the gun, the running back has it. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They take the lead with the 6.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 24 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D-tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. Discards a man. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To throw, it's Punga. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and short from their own 33. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They'll try to pound their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Brings up second and goal.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying play action. Moving out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Gonna run it. It's Valentine. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Starting possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Looks it in at the 40. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Texas offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on, this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Looking downfield, it's Punga. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Valentine. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. And that's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Rupp Arena with the Cats. They're up by 16 over South Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Gonna run it. It's Parrish. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking for space. It's Valentine. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Punga. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Punga. Quickly complete. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Good timing on the quick out. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. complete downfield. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking for a man. It's Punga. Getting some heat. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on. He'll take a shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet.
And the heat gets there. Then they get him down at the 14-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It's second down.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Punga. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has